Witnesses that wind up dead, and this is Dwight Dixon. This is a long one. April 29, 2008, a convicted drug dealer named Dwight Dixon got in an altercation with former NFL star Marvin Harrison in North Philadelphia car wash named Chucky's Garage. The two men had previously gotten into an argument when Harrison denied Dixon entry into a sports bar that he owned and operated. On the day in question, Dixon and Harrison got into a fight outside the car wash. Someone pulled out a gun and started shooting. A collection of witnesses at the scene, including Dwight Dixon, said it was Marvin Harrison who was firing with two separate weapons. 3 people were injured in the gunfire. Dixon was shot in the left hand, and a man named Robert Nixon was struck in the back, and a child sitting in a nearby car suffered an eye injury from shattered glass. Robert Nixon initially told police he knew nothing about what happened, but 4 days after the shooting, he signed a statement saying he was positive that he saw Harrison with a gun in his hand at the time of the altercation. After an investigation, ballistic tests confirmed that 5 of the shell casings found at the crime scene had come from a high-powered Belgian handgun owned by Marvin Harrison. The gun was recovered from Harrison's car. After the story reached ESPN, Marvin Harrison's personality was reported in a much different light. For 12 NFL seasons, Marvin was one of the most prolific wide receivers in the league. He was a true professional that rarely celebrated after any of his 128 touchdowns. He stepped away from the game in 2008. In the spring of 2009, Dwight Dixon gave an interview to the ESPN program E60, claiming that Harrison was the man that shot him. A few months later, on July 21st, 2009, Dwight Dixon was shot and killed in the Fairmont section of Philadelphia. A gunman approached the driver's side of his Toyota Camry, fired 4 times through the back window, and then fired 3 more into the passenger side. Dwight Dixon was shot 7 times. So then, moments after this shooting, he told police, because he was actually still alive at the time, that he believed the incident was related to the April 2008 assault. Dixon then fell into a coma shortly after being shot, died a few months later. His murder remains unsolved. In the summer of 2010, Marvin Harrison was pulled over by police for traveling the wrong way down a one-way street. The officers claimed to have seen Harrison conceal a gun in the car. They searched the vehicle and found a 9mm weapon that was tested against 3 spent 9mm shell casings that they found inside the truck driven by the late Dwight Dixon at the scene on April 2008's shooting. Since the discovery, the FBI has become more involved in this investigation, with no recent news to actually report.